Hi, this is Kristen Dodds, and I'm going to talk to you today about rule number 6. Now, rule number 6 is a simple rule, and it's a fun rule. Rule number 6 will help you to learn idioms and slang. Rule number 6 will help you to speak excellent English. So what is rule number 6? Rule number 6 is use real English materials. Don't use textbooks. Don't use textbook CDs. In fact, burn your textbooks and burn your textbook CDs. Use real English materials. Now, how can you learn English using real English materials? By getting real materials that native English speakers would use. I'm going to discuss 2 examples of real English materials. The first example are reading materials. Reading is a good choice if you like to read. Reading is great for learning English. Don't read textbooks. Find materials that are easy enough to understand when you're reading. And find materials that are fun and that interest you. So you might have to start out with children's books. Or if children's books are too easy, you could try comic books. And if comic books are too easy, or maybe they don't interest you, you could try teenager books. And by teenager, I mean, in America, teenager is a young adult from the age of 13 to 19. And eventually, you will advance to the level of being able to read magazines or newspapers or novels or articles on the internet, or listening materials. Now, listening is a great choice because listening should be 80% of English learning. Don't listen to textbook CDs though. Don't listen to people acting out a dialogue as if they're talking in a real conversation. Find materials that are easy enough to listen to. And by this, I mean that you should be able to understand at least 95% of what you're listening to without pausing and without looking in a dictionary. So also find materials that are fun and find materials that interest you. So you may need to start with children's TV programs, or maybe children's movies, or children's audiobooks. Now, I mentioned audiobooks in rule number 3, but I didn't explain what they are. Audiobooks are simply a book that someone is reading, and while they're reading it, they're recording it so that you can then listen. Now, if children's TV programs or children's movies or children's audiobooks are too easy, then try teenager TV programs or teenage movies or teenage audiobooks. And then eventually, if you're not already there, you'll advance to the level of being able to listen to podcasts or the news or adult TV programs or adult movies or adult audiobooks. Now, why not learn English by reading an English textbook or by listening to a textbook CD? Because these materials are not real. They're not normal English. Textbooks teach formal English or written English. The vocabulary and the style are for writing. Textbook CDs have people who are acting out conversations. They're not speaking naturally. So, for rule number 6, remember, use real English materials. Find real English reading materials that are fun, interesting, and easy enough to understand. Find real English listening materials that are also fun and easy enough to understand, and are also interesting. Rule number 6 is simple and it's fun. Use real English materials. No more boring textbooks. No more boring textbook CDs. Real English materials. Okay, that's all for rule number 6.